Hi everyone, I'm Deanne from Newfoundland, Canada. Welcome to my Flosstube channel, Stitching on the Rock. This is episode 47. I can see already words are going to be heard today. Hi, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays belatedly to everyone. For those of you who don't know, I'm about 20 minutes from the most easterly point in North America, which means we get to welcome the new year first in this country and in this continent. Sorry, I apologize. I'm a couple of days late for this video, and my video to show you how I start my full coverage. I tried on Christmas Eve. Aaron was at his dad's. I was flustered trying to get everything done for the last few things that had to be done around the house. I couldn't keep it in focus in the camera. I think I need to practice a bit more before I actually publish a video like that. So those of you who are disappointed, sorry. Anyway, welcome. Anyone who's new, I've had a few new subscribers over the last couple of weeks, so thanks so much for checking my videos out. They're usually a hot mess, but here we are. And for everyone who's been around for almost 2 years now, thank you so much. I so appreciate all of you. When I started this channel, I thought, well, I asked a friend to watch and I figured that was it. And I am at almost 575 subscribers, which, you know, however many I have blows my mind. So let's talk a bit about what's happened in the last 3 weeks. Yeah, I had a minor car accident. No one was hurt. Totally my fault. Hit a parked car in a parking lot a week before Christmas. Didn't have as much space as I thought. The only thing that's hurt is my car and my perfect driving record, which kills me because I've been driving for a long time now and never even had a parking ticket, let alone an accident. But anyway, gotta move on. Like I said, Aaron was at his dad's Christmas Eve. He came home that afternoon. He got up Christmas morning here. We had Christmas dinner at my sister's. His dad came and got him to have Christmas night and bring him back Boxing Day afternoon. I stayed at my mom's for the night because she's in the same area of town as my sister. And 8 o'clock the next morning, his dad called and said, "We all have the stomach flu. Aaron is fine. Come get him now so he doesn't get it." 2 days later, he had it. 2 days later, I had it. So I spent New Year's Eve in bed sick. And New Year's Day, well, the day before New Year's Eve, I was sick. And then New Year's Eve, I was not sick anymore, but not recovered. New Year's Day, I was fine. My mom thought, okay, well, it's safe for me to come. I'll wear a mask, but I'll come up and give you a hand with a few things. Aaron recovered after 2 days as well. And then she was here and I said, I got no energy. I don't want to do it. And she said, get up. And I got up off the couch and I got a pain shooting through my leg. And I've had pain, which we assume is sciatica, ever since. So I'm hobbling around, taking medication, putting heat on it, putting cold on it, doing exercises, whatever I can. It's slowly getting better, but yeah. So that was our holidays. How was yours? I'm in pajamas today, which I don't usually do for videos if you're new, but we are, everything is closed down due to pending weather. It's snowing. It's not stormy yet, but it's supposed to get worse as the day goes along. So I said, why bother? Yeah, and then Aaron went back to school on the 2nd of January. Sorry, I keep hitting the table on and you guys are, the camera's shaking. I hope you can't notice it. He went back to school on the 2nd of January, which everyone thought was like really early. They got out on the 20th or the 21st. I can't remember. And like a lot of people are saying, well, like, why didn't they keep them in 1 day longer and let them stay home? Because if you're away, if you're out of town visiting, you've got to travel back to town on New Year's Day, which is not really fair. It's a holiday. But anyway, not my decisions. So moving on to stitching, which I know you're all here for. First, I have a previous finish for you. I don't know if I showed this last year or not. I can't remember, but my last video was before I had my Christmas stuff all really out, and so I made this. Hopefully I can get it in. Years ago. I cannot tell you who it's by. I know it was a kit because it came with the felt to put on the back. So yeah, and I stitched it all up, and then my mom finished it for me into a stocking. So I think it's adorable, and I wish I could tell you more information about it. Maybe somebody recognizes it from, I'm gonna say, late 80s, early 90s. Guessing. That was my first experience with metallic thread, and yeah, there we go. I know that won't come up as the thumbnail because I always get these really crappy ones where my mouth is all funny shaped, or my eyes are closed, or whatever. So I have an FFO and 2 FOs and lots of whips to share. And so first up, I'm just gonna try and rearrange my pile so it doesn't come crashing down on me. The FFO is the March from the Snowflower Diaries Joyful World free sal that you can find on Snowflake Diaries, and I'll link them below. So now I have 3 completed. And if you're new, I just put my January out. I don't have the washers on the back of it yet. This is the frame that I'm displaying them on right now. The frame I got in clearance at Michael's a couple of years ago. And so they're just on with magnets and washers. And I dye all my fabric. I was in a Fabric of the Month club years ago from Silk Weavers, and I've got all kinds of lovely combinations for mirabilias probably, but I have kind of gone off my mirabilias and don't plan to start any new ones anytime soon. So I've just been taking a color of fabric that I found that kind of matches the pattern, and then throwing it in with some tan and pearl gray RIT dye, and then stitching them on that. And I wanted a monthly design that I could put up and change, but no offense to anyone out there, but most of those designs are done by US designers, and they have July and November, which don't work with Canada. So this series that I found with the animals really helps, or doesn't have anything specific for holidays and that. So I have my piece of fabric here. This one will be the fabric for April. So getting started on that soon. So that was my FFO. And then my FOs, I finished So Much Snow by Darlene Dion Designs, which was the sal last month that the 2 Bay Stitchers started. So here's the finish. I haven't FFO'd it because I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. If I want to, I haven't found a backing piece. So there's that one. And I finished Jumping Jacks. Oh, that was stitched on 2/2 on 28 count. Coffee Lugana, and the only thing I did to change it was I put in a bit of Kreinik with this snowflakes, and I don't know if I wiggle it, if you can see the sparkle or not, and make it a little bit sparkly. And then I finished Jumping Jacks by Samsara Design Studio. And this I stitched 2/2 on a piece of 28 count Monaco that I dyed with aquamarine, and then I coffee tea dyed it. And it's all done with the call for colors except for the pumpkins, because it called for hazelnut and I found it too brown for a pumpkin. So I just got DMC, I think 2 different shades, 918, 921, in that range somewhere, and just kind of did that. And over by the last pumpkins over, it said it had stitched jumping jacks, but I left that out. This one, I have a backing piece that I think might work, but I haven't tried it yet. Once we get back into routine and that, I'll have to dig it out of my stash of backing things and see if it will work. I don't know. I can easily measure it, but I haven't gotten around to it. And that is my FOs. Now there's a lot of whips and new starts. Only one non-full coverage whip, so I'll leave that one till the end. And so full coverage first. And some of these have to do with challenges I've started. I had my routine or rotation kind of in December, and then I'm like, I want to get some work done on my full coverages. So I signed up for a lot of challenges on full coverage fanatics, and I'm working on some of them. And also some of these are just things that I had worked on before January. So first up, and in no particular order, just wherever they were on my calendar, is, let me find my picture, and of course a little tiny picture, Quick Stitch Snowflake Wonders by Lisa Victoria for Heaven and Earth Design, and they're all Heaven and Earth Design patterns. So hopefully you guys can see that little tiny picture. I should start inserting the pictures. Maybe that's what I'll do. And on this is stitched. Let's try and get organized. This is stitched 2/2 on 28 count ice blue Lugana. I got 1,200 stitches in, mostly because I did it for 500 for a challenge in the 1st of January, and it's at 17.06%. And I started doing this design diagonally, and now I've kind of gone all over because I've done it for a couple of different challenges. And let's see if I can hopefully get all of it in. As you can see, I stitched the purple. Surprise, surprise. I also stitched some of the navy blue before the challenge. Yeah, so it's coming along pretty quickly. And next up, we have Mini Almost Home by Leonid Afremov, which is Almost Home? Almost Winter. Sorry, got two titles mixed up. I didn't think that was right. Almost Winter by Leonid Afremov. And it's fall. And in this one, I got 210 stitches, and it is, at 4.18%. It's stitched 1/1 on 28 count lichen gray. And here we are. So I'm just, lots of black. I'm just stitching up the second tree trunk right here. So that. Next we have Queen of Hearts, which was my birthday start 2 years ago. Here's the picture. I am stitching this 1/1 on 28 count Dahlia is the color of the fabric. She's gorgeous, but she's going to take a lifetime to finish. So I stitched 574 stitches, and I'm at 1.70%. And I took her out of the Q-snap. I thought it was time, and I noticed there's a ridge there, but hopefully that will disappear when she gets washed in 25 years' time. Here we are. So top left corner. I'm not sure you can see anything, but there's about 5 colors in there that I'm working with on it. Then I stitched Mini Warm at Home by Irina Garshimov, which is my little kitty. And I could stitch on this, I think, all day, every day. It's so easy to stitch on, even though it's like black, white, grays, a little bit of bluey gray in there. It stitches so quickly. I am stitching this 1/1 on 28 count ivory, and I got 2,329 stitches in it for 5.04%. And here we are. Oops, again, please. Here we are. It stitched so easily. And like I said, I could keep going all day on it, but got more pieces to work out. Then, turn the page, make sure I give you all the right information. I stitched on Mini Beachcomber Bounty by Amy Stewart, which is this one right here. Also a really tiny picture. And it is stitched 1/1 on 28 count Aquamarine. And this one I'm currently stitching on for a challenge. I've gotten so far 732 stitches, and I'm at 3.78%. And here we are. So filling in the different colors in the water at the top. Once again, very easy to stitch on. Very quickly stitching. I'm going to stitch on that today. I'm hoping to get it up 1,500 maybe total today for the challenge. I have to stitch 3,057, I think, for 3,000, and I got it written down here. It's for the January Epic Journey, or the Epic Journey in the January part, which is the Pony Express, which is 3,057 stitches. So that's what I'm working on for that one. So that will come out today. And my final whip, which is my only non-full coverage whip, and just looking for the pattern. And oh, fell on the floor. Strawberry Harvest by Cottage Garden Samplings, which is the second that I'm doing in the for a Time for All Seasons series. I don't track the numbers on this one because it's not in Pattern Keeper, but here we are. It is stitched 1/2 on 36 count Winter Moon linen, which I then dyed with pearl gray, petal pink, and denim blue. And this is what we have. So since you saw it last, his beak is finished, his eye is finished, and I'm working down on the lighter color. Actually, I don't even know if that you can see the lighter color because it's pretty light. Let me fold this up. And so here and in here, and it's the light beige color. And that is what I'm doing on that. And that are my whips that I have worked on in the last 3 weeks. Now I have some new starts. I have 4 new starts, one of which I hadn't planned to start, but my friend Pam from Pam's Crafty Corner, Pam Reed, she started hers early and I couldn't resist. Excuse me for 1 second. So first up is my Christmas start. Home for Christmas by Donna Gelsinger. I tried parking. I lasted about 2 hours and had to frog pretty much everything I had done. Parking is not for my brain. I tried. Pattern Keeper makes it so easy. You stitch 3 stitches. Okay, the next one's over here. You hit the square and it tells you you've parked there. Totally lost. So I wanted to try something different, so I turned my diagonals around to go the other way because I'll show you. It's stitched 1/1 on 28 count ivory, and I have 2,049 stitches in. I still have 2 colors that I don't have out of the 88 colors because our our Michael's. Oh, it's so hard to get DMC there, and when you need multiple skeins, so I was looking for something here. Card. So anyway, here's where we are. The top corner, the first diagonal is all done except for the colors. There was 4 I didn't need, but I narrowed it down to 2, so I had to fill in the 2 I got. So hopefully, I got so much fabric here. Oh, I'll take Santa off for a minute so you can. Oh my goodness! Look, trying to get it so you can see it. There we go. How's that? You can see everything. So that's the top corner with just the garland around the window. I wanted to find the business card, or the little card you put for my. Isn't he cute? It came from Sarah, and Sarah's business on Etsy, which I will link below. It's called A Little Sissy Boo Shop. And she sent me a cute little note with it too, and he's adorable. Yep, so I'm really enjoying it. But what I said with my diagonals, normally I do my diagonals because I'm lefty. I think left to right. These are more right to left. But I'm getting through it. I may end up changing next time I pick it up and go back to the way I was. But there we go. So that is my first new start. My second new start, excuse me, is for the Book It Sal, which Helen D is hosting, or started, or suggested, whatever word she wants to use. I have a very tiny start on all of these. My first one piece that I picked, Erin did a random number, came from Stony Creek, January, February 2000, volume 12. Number 1, and I've always loved this little design, and I don't know what I'll do with it when it's stitched, but I always wanted to stitch it. And let me see if I can find it here. And the design is actually on the same page as the picture, so I'm gonna put my product. I'm stitching it 2/2 on 28 count tea-dyed Monaco, and it's called Hearts and Beads. Let me see if I can cover up. That is the picture, and that is my progress. Like I said, I just picked it up on the first and put in the center motif right here. I have no idea what beads I'm going to put in it, but I have tons of beads in my stash, so I'll find something that works with it. And like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with it when it's done, but it's something that I've always liked and always wanted to stitch. And Helen gave me the perfect excuse. The third start is very, very tiny start. So I watched 2 or 3 videos on Darlene Dion, and she mentioned that she had watched Mama Loves You GB, Michelle's video, which I still have in my list of things to watch. And anybody who I was watching now that I normally watch and have put up a video in the last month or so, you're on my list. I'm just slowly working my way through them all. But anyway, she mentioned that Michelle suggested a Sal for Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting's houses. And is that a Michelle as well? For some reason, I think she's Michelle as well. Or maybe she's Melissa. I can't remember. Anyway, if you don't know who Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting is, it's a blog. She puts up freebies. All her charts are free for us to use and love. And so she suggested a Sal to do 6 of her houses. And she has like 36 or something like 32, something like that houses. And to do 6 throughout the year. So I love, and I've done one. For those that have been around for a while, I did the Tulip House. So I said I was joining. I don't have a cover picture, but it's a freebie. I'll link the blog below. And I've got it all marked up and everything. But the first one I picked was the Winter Silk box, which is that one. And then I bought a tube of Monaco at Michael's, and I dyed the first piece with denim blue and a pearl gray, and this is my start on it, which is yeah this is where the roof is, so that's just under the roof and down one side of the windows, and so I start up at that again. And my last start, which wasn't supposed to be a start, but like I said, Pam started hers. It's the Canada flag for the the blah blah blah. The hashtag for the houses is PNP 6 Houses 2024 SAL. Canada flag for the 2024 Quaker Flag SAL starts on the 26th. Pam started hers on the 1st. I had to do a little bit of mine because I was in love with this pattern, and I don't have the cover sheet. I couldn't find it, but I'll post a picture up here. The minute I saw it first time, I'm like, I'm having that pattern, and I'm having it now. So I went out and bought it all, and then I wanted to do something a little bit different, and so I decided to convert the thread to sulky, and I think I told you that last time that I did it, and I'm just wondering where. Oh, sorry. These are it called for. Oh, I know it was 762 and 938 is the navy blue, I think, or 939. Whichever one is the navy blue in that 930 and 321 maybe. And so I got those. I know the blue might be a little bit lighter than the DMC. Ooh, hopefully you can see them. It's not quite navy, but I couldn't get one that, but I think they will work for the colors. And so I did half a motif last night and said that I should keep me till the 26th. I might have to finish the motif before the 26th. Here is what it looks like. This is my first Quaker, and I'm just in awe of how beautiful it looks, and the sulky is gorgeous, and yeah, I can't say enough about this. This is probably, like, I love all my cross stitches. I wouldn't cross stitch them if I didn't love them, but I think this has probably been my favorite that I've ever done so far. And it's not just because it's Canadian flag. And then Pam had the idea of, there is a flag, for those of you who are not Newfoundlanders, called the Republic of Newfoundland flag, which I don't know the history of it. I don't know if it was that used before we had our provincial flag, or I don't know. And it might be political, and it might be, I don't know. I can't tell you the history. Maybe I'll look it up. If you're interested, I'll look it up and tell you next video. Comment below if you want to know more. But it's a tri-colored flag of green, white, and pink. And Pam said, well, that's just like the Irish flag. I'm going to buy the Irish flag and then just convert the orange to pink. I'm like, oh, brilliant. So after I finish the Canada flag, I'm going to start on that one because I can't do both of them at the same time. But that's it. As far as plans go, like I said, I'm doing three sales. I've signed up for the By the Numbers challenge on Full Coverage Fanatics, which was the Snowflake Wonder, and that's completed for January. Now I'm doing the Epic Journey one. Then they have one called Stitch All the Seasons. So from January to March, you can stitch winter, and then obviously everybody in the Southern Hemisphere can stitch summer. I'm going to do my home for Christmas for that one because that's going to take forever for me to finish. They also have a nicely new, which is stitch on your newest, which is home for Christmas. So that's going to get a lot of work in January. What else? That's like, and other than that, those stitch on what I want to stitch on, which is pretty much what I do anytime. I did sign up to do, or hope to do, the 12 and 24 Christmas ornaments, so I have one started, so I'm going to finish that for my January one. That's pretty much it until my whip parade, which I always do on my Flosstubers, which is in less than 2 weeks. So you'll be seeing me again then. I might have a couple of thank yous for my subscribers that video, because you guys all mean the most to me. And I guess that's it until next time. Enjoy your day. Bye.